What's up everybody, Blackacre here, your friendly neighborhood, previously masked guitarist on the internet and guitarist for Alter Boy in real life. Tonight we're doing something a little different. We're going to be turning this MXR Classic Overdrive into Zakk's signature 20th anniversary stomp box of overdrive mayhem, the Wylde Audio Overdrive made by MXR. I'd like to thank my friends at Zounds for sending this overdrive out to me. I also have a couple other Zakk pedals. Don't worry, I'll be getting to those in a separate video. On this one, I just wanted to give you guys a little tip on how to take this overdrive that can be had for around 30 bucks and turn it into the same pedal. Also, I checked with Dunlop. I have the email somewhere. Basically, they said that the Classic Overdrive has the same exact circuit as the Wylde Audio Overdrive, which has the same exact circuit as the Berserker Overdrive, and that is also the same as the ZW44, which I don't have. I'll include a picture. That was the original one with the bullseye graphic. So all of these pedals apparently are the same. Also, the GTOD is the same pedal as this. This is just a cheaper Guitar Center exclusive. Same exact circuit board and everything, apparently, just the enclosure is a little cheaper, the knobs are a little cheaper, it feels a little less hefty than, you know, its counterparts. So in theory, if we take apart these pedals, they should be the same, and there's going to be a secret switch which in layman's terms just changes the clipping in the pedal, but to rockers of the night, that means that we can change a regular kind of tube screamer variant, which is not my thing, into the Zakk Wylde SD1 style overdrive, and it's the same exact thing as a ZW44. So let's check that out. A couple prerequisites for this one. You're gonna have to have the BLS chapter shirt with whatever state you're from. You're gonna need a Black Label Society vest. You're gonna need the Black Label Society ring, and you're gonna have to have shaken hands with the man Zakk Wylde himself. If any of these have not been done, you can disassemble the pedal all you want, but you might not get the right result. I'll go step by step. I'll show you exactly how to take them apart, how to set the switch in the right position, and then I'll play a couple riffs. Again, I'm gonna get to more Zakk stuff in a different video. Don't worry, I'll play some Black Label Society riffs in that video. This one, we're just kind of going general overdrive. I'm gonna play it in E standard and then the lower tuning just so you get some ideas. I'll set it all the way on 10 and maybe a little more normie setting just so you can get an idea of how it sounds. So let's get to the guitar bench and see how we can make this work. So for tools, only need our hands, need a screwdriver. I recommend using a Phillips head, obviously, but this is just a mini flathead I have lying around which fits in here, so I'm just going to use that for the ease of the video. And then I also have this cool from Maz Effects, this little tool that lets us unscrew foot switches, in and out jacks and pots. But you know, your mileage may vary. You might have wrenches lying around, pliers. I don't know what you get down with. So yeah, that's what I'll be using. And I'm going to go through the first one, the Classic Overdrive, and then I'll probably fast forward this one so you don't have to be bored to death. But I want to treat this as if you've never taken a pedal apart. So here we go. First, we're going to take off the knobs. These ones are pretty cheap, and you can just take them off like this. Some will have, some MXR knobs will have a screw in there where you would need this type of screwdriver, but in this case, we do not need that. So next, I'm going to unscrew the pots here. So let me make sure I'm on camera here. So I'm going to get these started and then just kind of do the rest by hand. Cool, so that is done. Next, I'm gonna undo the foot switch here. So I'm gonna use this foot switch section of it to get this undone. Cool, so that is good to go. Now we just have the input and output jacks. All right, cool. So not too bad. So it's all loose in here. So now we need to unscrew the back plate. So I'm just going to do this real quick with my handy dandy screwdriver. All right, so we have the circuit board here. Now, some people might look at this and be like, oh, there's no switch in there. So the thing is, it's actually on the other side, and this is why we had to take everything apart. So let me get this out of here. I'm just gonna push this through. So this is the GTOD mode. This little switch right here is what we're looking for. So effectively, this right now is in the GTOD mode. If you switch it to the left, which is what we want, that's the Zakk Wylde overdrive setting. So I'm gonna put it in this left position and we're gonna box this back up. But first, again, let's take a look at this Zakk Wylde pedal to see if it's the same, and then we'll compare sounds to see if it's the same. To differentiate, I have the Zakk Wylde back of the enclosure here and the classic overdrive here, just so we don't get them mixed up, because, you know, we are thinking they may be the same exact pedal, same exact circuit board. So this is already in the Zakk Wylde mode, obviously. That's how it comes from the factory. Now, something pretty interesting, I don't know if anyone who makes pedals can tell me if these are exactly identical. That's beyond me. But if we flip it over, take a look at the date on both of these. February 24th of 2010. Now, I don't know what the A differentiates. Maybe that was when the PCB was finalized. As you can see here, we have Rev A and Rev B, and they're claiming all the PCBs are identical. So I really don't know. If anyone has any info, that would be greatly appreciated. So really comes down to the sound. So let's box these back up. Again, going to put both in the Zakk Wylde mode, of course, because that's what we want. And then let's get some sound samples, shall we? All right, some quick housekeeping stuff. We're gonna do some normie settings and some normie tunings, and then we're gonna do ass beater settings with ass beater tunings. So first up is gonna be my PRS S2 Mira with a Railhammer Alnico Grande in the bridge. We're just gonna keep it to the bridge here because we're rockers. And yeah, I'm gonna use E standard and drop D, and then we're gonna switch over to my Schecter Scorpion baritone, which is in B standard. We're gonna use a little drop A as well, and that has a Railhammer chisel in the bridge, and that's the only pickup in that guitar. For an amp, I'm going into my Quad Cortex. I have up a capture of the Zakk Wylde JCM 800. JCM 800 is my favorite amp. So let's start off with the classic overdrive.